That won't work. There we go. I also can't really see how my audio is in comparison to the game. I'm sure someone will show up and tell me. I just hit resume expedition. Make sure it all looks and sounds okay. It's always square to wake up. Is my GPU dying? Is that why there was some lag in the last thing I streamed? This also didn't used to have a problem, but I think it might be lagging a little bit on the... Well, let me turn down some graphic settings just in case. What can I turn down? Let's turn down water quality to medium. I think we can live with that. Looks fine to you? Okay. That's probably a good sign. I don't actually know if I need to start a new playthrough for this DLC, or how to do any of it, really. I'm pretty clueless. I just know that there's an Outer Wilds DLC, and since this was probably the most fun... Well, maybe I can start off by talking to you, see if you have any new dialogue. Why would I kill this guy? What? The ship's death trap, right? Exactly, Young. You probably saw none of my playthrough of this before, but the playthrough essentially consisted of JJ being like, yo, you know that's not the way you're supposed to do that, right? And me doing it anyway. So, did I ever talk to you? Like, once? Okay, you're not helping. What about you? Yeah. Oh, hey, JJ. I didn't expect you to show up at all. Yeah, Young, if you're sticking around for this, please, if there's any hints or backseating, time it out for me. I'll be taking more sporadic looks at chat than usual. Just because I think that the likelihood of someone popping in here and going, oh, did you know this is reasonably high. That's not a bad idea, Belle. It's a very good game. Okay, well, this isn't helpful. There's a lot more people here than I remember there being. I guess I just ignored them all the first time I was here. You got nothing to say to me? No, I already played with them. I'm not bothering with that. That's just a tutorial. Actually, what is the signal scope button? Triangle? Triangle. Yeah, Jake's played this one. Yeah, Outer Worlds is, I don't think, a very good game. I hope I made the title Wilds and not Worlds. Worlds is not my thing. I don't think it's a very good game. But Wilds is pretty cool. Okay. There's ghost matter here. What's the camera button again? You tell me. Isn't it? Or do I just have to take a camera with you because I don't actually have a probe without the spacesuit? That makes sense. So yeah, if I run into that ghost matter like this, I'll just die. Which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not a bad game. There's very few games that come out these days that are straight up bad. Oh, let's get that starting soon off the screen. I think everything's probably tested. I did say that there was something new in the museum, so I'll go check that out. A nap in the dirt, and then someone carried me back to the start? Yeah, something like that, maybe. So the probably easiest thing to do is to check the ship log to see what all is new here. And it is entirely possible that I have to start a new game to do the DLC, which wouldn't be that bad if it is the case, but worth checking out. I have no idea what's going to be in here, so maybe it'll be the way forward. Young started to bury me. Well, I don't think there's money in this world, so there's not much to rob. You can take some scientific equipment, and I'm sure you can use it for something. Yeah, exactly. We all know we hate work around here. You and Dr. Nitro. Kings of science. Strudel's there too. He does something. He trains Australians and I guess how to do science. Hard to say. Are you new? No. I found Feldspar. Yes. What about you? I know it opens. That's not new. Did say there's something new here though. New exhibit. Yeah, here we go. The radio tower on Ember Hearth was built to receive transmissions from the deep space satellite, and to this day it still houses the first ever photos taken of the entire solar system. These photos were made possible by the deep space satellite's unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Thanks to a recent upgrade, this deep space satellite is now responsible for generating the real-time solar system map used by our newest astronauts. Is that just to explain that how there's a map? Is that the only new exhibit? Is that part of the DLC, or is it not part of the DLC? I mean, the Australians can't be that bad. They've got their weird version of football. That seems pretty good. I don't really... Oh dear. Okay, not quite what I wanted to do. But I guess there's the map. Hello, map. No, that's definitely a new ring. Can I visit the satellite? Yeah, you can kind of see where it is. Okay, well, I guess that's the most logical place to go. You just have to do work. Woe is you. Imagine. I got to get a free lunch at work today. That was pretty nice. Doesn't happen all the time. I got to eat swordfish and get a glass of orange juice. I don't know why the place selling swordfish had orange juice, but I sure wasn't complaining. I love orange juice. What's the DLC about? No idea. I did not read the description. I don't care. I'm going into it entirely blind. Probably to my detriment, because I don't know where to go. But that's fine. Make JJ angry? Yeah, I can probably accomplish that. Yep, orange juice with swordfish. Don't question it. But I really wanted some orange juice, so... Okay, well, let's check this. I don't actually see anything new. I mean, there's the vessel, but that's not new. It's telling me that there's something in the vessel. Hmm. There's more to explore here. I mean, maybe I just go to the vessel, since it says there's more to explore. That's the only place that it says that there's more. Does it say there's more here? There's more on the Quantum Moon as well. And Ember Twin's northern... No, sorry, there's more on Ember Twin. And there's more on... I guess that's also Ember Twin. Lakebed Cave. know where you are somehow? It's not you. Okay, well, I'll mark this. Do you want us to tell you where the DLC stuff? I might eventually ask for that, but we're not going to do that yet. I'll let myself wander around. I mean, I have a few leads right now, right? Like, I can go to the, you know, if I have to restart the game to get to the DLC, you can tell me that. How about that? If I have to restart the game to get to the DLC, like, go new game, let's not entirely waste my time. But if I can find it, let me try and find it. Anyway, can I... How do I go to the map again? What button? Not square, not X, not circle, not triangle. L3, R3. View map. Here we go. That's not view map. This is view map. Can I, like... I don't know how... There we go. Can I marker you? Well, I'm locked onto it, regardless. Alright, well... I'm going to the satellite, because why not? It seems like the most likely place to go. It's entirely new. Why does it want me to go off to get to the thing? It's just because of the velocity that it has. I mean, sure, okay. I'll get there eventually, I'm sure. Does not appear to need a fresh save. The game should give you the hints required to find the DLC content. Perfect. Well, I think that's true. As far as I can tell, at least. Alright. That should be enough speed. I'm most likely on the right path. I mean, it's pretty likely to be this, right? Like... It's possible that they added this content in a different patch, but it seems unlikely. I'm also definitely slowed down way too slow. Goodbye. Shit. Shit, that's pretty bad. That's... Well, shows how long it's been since I've played this. Alright, let's maybe not approach it at over 1 kilometer per second this time. Yeah, as much as I joke about it, Strudel's job kind of seemed horrible before. I'm very glad I never had that job. Alright, this is going better than before. Man, this thing's small. Whoa there. Like, it's a bright light, but it's... Oh my god! No, that's not good. The silenced cartographer. Oh, what did I just do? Render the Deep Space Satellite inoperable. Okay, that's probably not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna guess that that wasn't the goal there. Let's just try that again. Yeah, I somehow don't think I was supposed to explode the satellite. Yeah, that's it. I did it. That was it. I paid 15 bucks for that. Well worth it, I think. Right, okay. Suit up. Get into orbit, then map me. Where are you? There we go. Alright, let's gently approach this time. Where's the music? Can you not hear it? There should be music now. Oh, I can turn the game up then. Hang on. I thought it would be too loud. It's pretty loud on my end, but I'll turn it up. And I'm going in too fast again. Let's make sure I dodge it. Oh, maybe I'm not. Hey. Oh. Alright, right, it's gotta be you. It's gotta be this thing. Whatever this thing is. Alright, perfect. Unidentified signal nearby. Yeah, that sure is the Deep Space Radio. What do you got for me, Deep Space Radio? Gabbro here, checking in on Deep Space Satellite Ground Control's request to check out a possible equipment problem. See, Orenfels, I do work. Ah, I get this guy. You know, I wouldn't mind being a satellite. It's peaceful out here among the distant stars in the soft velvety darkness. Bet it's awfully nice for naps, too. Oh, right, the lens. Alright, little satellite, let's see what the trouble is. Everything's A-OK, ground control. No dust or scratches on the lens, and no evidence of sparkling or violent explosions. Guess that rules out an equipment malfunction, after all. You're in great shape. Keep up the good work up here. Okay. Yes. Is that it? That feels like it could be it. I mean, it's just giving me the degrees. I don't see anything else I can interact with. Okay, I guess it's not that. Okay. Quantum caves it is. Although I think this was in the original game. I'm not actually not you. I'm not actually convinced that... Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the next cycle if I want to go into Ember Twin, huh? Oh. Okay, right, that was definitely new, but it's not the first time they've patched in something new to the game, so maybe that really wasn't it? Oh, but can you land on the sun station? As long as you can land on the sun station, you're at least decent. Let's see. Right, quantum caves, here we go. That's fast enough. Oh, I'm gonna hit the other twin, huh? Out of my way, sand planet. Nobody likes sand. Gets everywhere, especially in this game. Okay. So quantum caves are there. Can I get in there from down here? I forget. I don't remember how I actually am supposed to get in there. Let's get out of here. Whoa there. A little bit faster than I intended. Flashlight. Forgot that was an actual button you had to hit. I thought the flashlight just kind of came on. Okay, it says there's something here. Right? Something in Quantum Cave. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Oh, fuck. Fuck off. God damn it. He disappeared in a cave. I mean, I'm pretty sure I read all that before. Is that all that I needed? I hadn't identified that shard yet. That might have been it. Let's get out of here and go back to the ship and see if that was it. It's possible I just never identified that the last time I played the game. For whatever reason. Okay. Was that it? That seems to have been it. Okay. There's more here, though, so I can go to the lake bed cave? Sure. You seem down. This is down. Oh, dear. It seems to already be getting sandy. That's not a good sign. Oh. Not the right direction. No, boy, this is really not the right direction. This way. Not there either. This way. Is still a way forward? Oh, you. Maybe? So this doesn't really look like where the lake bed cave actually is. It more just looks like a bunch of sand. And very dim light. Maybe? I don't know. I don't remember ever going up this sand waterfall, so let's try it. Here we go. Okay. Alright, does this go anywhere? Anywhere useful at all? I don't think it does. It goes to... Oh, right, this area is quantum, isn't it? Yeah. Is it Outer Wilds Ventures unknown? How is there someone that's unknown? Someone's gonna have to explain that one to me. Okay, there we go. That's cleared out of the way. You're cleared out of the way. I've definitely been in here before. There's no way, right? There's a tree here, at least. If you're here to look for Coleus, this is where he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days. Your strange wandering rock is here. Coleus and I observed the rock shard in at least 2 other caverns. What happened before he disappeared? We were examining the different rocks. I recall Coleus. This is definitely in the base game. Yeah, this was definitely here before. I don't know what I'm supposed to find here, but I actually would like to have this area lit up. Thank you. I don't know what else there is to find here, game, but there's the cave shard. Oh, hey, Scout. I guess the Scout stays on the cave shard? That's interesting. Well, regardless, I'm stuck here now, huh? So, I guess it's reset time. Yeah, I mean, I've clearly missed something in that area, but I don't think it's what I need. I mean, Pilot Wings is a great game. I don't know why I would want to escape it even. Kick. Okay. Yeah, does the ship log say anything about the satellite that I just visited? No. You just saw the jet suit thing? What, you mean this? Oh, yeah. Pre-flight checklist. I'm good, thanks. Can you get stuck in this game? Kinda. There's like a time loop mechanic basically. So there's spots you can get into where you basically just want to reset the time loop at that point, and that was sort of one of them. Like I could have got out of there if I waited long enough, but I figured why. Where is Dark Bramble? Dark Bramble, you. God, that's far away. And despite me going up as much as I can, I don't feel like I'm actually getting closer to... Go up. Do I have to go down? Oh, I do have to go down. I have to go way down. Yeah, we got issues here. Okay. No, you cannot get dead end stuck in any way. No. There's always, I mean, like, the way to beat the game is fairly... Well, I mean, you can do it at any point. You just have to figure out what exactly you need to do. No. I'm not quite as good at flying as I used to be. I'm pretty tempted just to have someone tell me exactly where I need to go at this point, because I'm, I don't get it. It's one of you. Yeah, there you are. Actually, wait, isn't this not the way? Ah, whatever. And yeah, sure, there's big scary guys in here, but they're not so bad. Alright, let's shoot through you. Not quite. I said, get in there. Get in there. I need this to go through the hole. Okay. Get in there. There we go. Finding the DLC is part of the Shryman experience. Yeah, you're not totally wrong. But if I could find the DLC a little bit faster, I also wouldn't be that mad, you know? Like, This doesn't need to take forever. It just kind of is taking forever. What's up, boss? Oh, whatever, just leave the ship here. It's good enough. Alright, come on, come on, come on. I've already been here. What happens to giants deep? Should others? This is the same? Okay. Unidentified signal nearby. No, I've definitely identified you. I think it's distress beacon that I'm actually looking for. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any distress beacon signal here. I may have screwed myself over by coming here. So how do I leave? There's some way out of here, but it might just be easier to reset. Hard to say. Yeah, screw it. I don't mind it, FGs. It is sort of part of the experience here, but I would like it to be a little bit more obvious at this point. I think it may have been the first thing I tried, and I just didn't understand it. Hard to say. I would have guessed it was the first thing I tried. Maybe I'll go back there and... I don't know, see if that connects to anything. I don't get it. Is it the... This wouldn't be the first time this game's been, like, not entirely clear on if I've done something right or not. Like, on release, it had this teleportation mechanic that confused everyone, and so they had to patch in a hint for it. Is it this? And I just missed it? Like, let me go there. Not you. Okay. This should about work. I mean, it was an achievement for destroying this thing, and I don't think this thing used to be in the game. So I think this is new and part of the DLC. I don't remember that being an achievement before. And, like, they put in a whole new exhibit for this thing, right? Like, it can't just be lore. Alright, what did you actually tell me? What do I need to do here? Gabbro. Which one is Gabbro? Is there something wrong with the lens? How would I tell? How would I tell? Maybe. maybe I was supposed to destroy it. What happens if I do? Where's my ship? There it is. Did I see the exhibit? Yes, I saw the exhibit. It was an exhibit of this thing, so I came here. Went really well. Totally broke my ship. Alright, that's repaired. What else is breaking here? The autopilot. Who cares about the autopilot? Repaired anyway. The electronics are busted. Is that it? Did I get everything? Doesn't look like too much else is too busted up. Alright. Now if I get back there, is there anything inside it for me? Is it a pinata? Had to smash it to get to the goodies inside? Well, it's definitely inoperable now. I don't think that's gonna help me, though. It's also not smashed. I don't know if breaking it actually stops you from doing the DLC. Me either. Well, let's go back. Which one of you is Gabbro? Why is... Something must have happened. That, no, he's on this planet. Okay, let's go to Gabbro then. Which DLC are we looking for? There's only one DLC. It's called Echoes of the Eye. It released today. So I'm playing it. I'm trying to find it, really. Do you want us to say if you're going in the wrong direction? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Yeah. You're going in the wrong direction. Really? The hell is the right direction? Is it Timber Hearth? Do I have to go back there? I guess I'll check out the exhibit again, but the exhibit just told me about the satellite. And the satellite had something that was written by Gabbro, so I was like, oh, I'll go to Gabbro. You know, I'm gonna do it anyway. Maybe he'll give me a hint. It might not be the actual way to go, but this might still be helpful. That's not gonna be helpful, though. Alright. Come here, buddy. Where the hell are you? There you are. God, the gravity here is so high. Get over there. Alright. What's up with this planet? What's this ship? How do you see it? Oh, it didn't help. Alright. Well, darn. You don't like the tornado planet? I don't know. This planet seems kind of fine, to be honest with you. Compared to, like, the anglerfish planet, I don't think it's so bad. Alright. Out of here. Where the... Alright, I'm going back to Timber Hearth. Randomly getting thrown. Yeah, you can't swim, huh? Yeah, that'd do it. Luckily, I don't have such problems. That's just doing the whole drowning twice. I guess you can drown in this game, but only if you run out of oxygen. So, really, it's more just asphyxiation than drowning. Where's the actual place I need to be here? Here we go. This is it, right? Yeah. What's the landing mode button? Yeah, here we go. That's a little too quick. I need you to slow down. Oops. I don't know that I've ever actually landed back on this platform. I don't know why you ever would, but here I am. Alright. Let's see it. Come on. Are you over here? Do I need to be here? Unidentified signal nearby. Well, I've definitely seen you before. You're a shard. Okay, right. This was the new exhibit. Right here. This was the new exhibit. It was about the radio tower. Okay, it houses the first ever photos. But how do I get them? Oh, the radio tower. Fuck. Okay. Where the hell is that? God damn it. Oh, I focused in too hard on the satellite. I figured it was the satellite that I was supposed to go to. Alright, well, it's somewhere around here. I'm not going to be the only person who does that. I don't really feel too bad about that. That's not just a me problem. Seriously, where are you? Radio tower. Radio tower. Uh-huh. You would have Googled it by now? Yeah, I mean... I may have done the same if I wasn't streaming it. It's not here. Radio... Oh, there we are. I wonder how many times I flew past it without seeing it. Okay. That only took 45 minutes. Here we go. Unidentified signal? Deep space radio, probably? Oh, okay. Sure. It's just pictures of the place at various angles. Play recording. It's been 2 days since the launch of the Deep Space Satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos that the records show that in this historic day Outer Wilds Ventures has. They're printing, here they come. Stars above, will you look at that? There's Brittle Hollow, and look there, that's Hollow's lantern. And there's Giant's Deep, and the Quantum Moon. Every single astral body... looking stunning from every angle of these 3 images. And in color, no less. Now, that's art. I could stare at these photos forever. What is that? That can't be right. I mean, that's not even possible. Am I interpreting this photo correctly? What's even stranger, it doesn't show up in the other photos, just this one. Okay. What am I looking for here? The comet? There's the Quantum Moon. Is that a second Quantum Moon? No, that's Timber Hearth. That's the Ember. Is it you? Okay, let's get that lake. Can I get you on? Nope. Oh yeah, map offline. I see. Wonder who could have done that. That was, well done. Not there. Up here? Oops. Yeah, that sure is the radio tower. You got me there. Can I climb it? Can I get stuck inside of it? Potentially. Oh, there's an exit. They thought of that. They thought of that. Dang it. Okay. So, I mean... Satellite angle 248. I see the comet. Timber Hearth. How many planets are there? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe there are only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the weird thing is this, like, eclipse object, then, right? At satellite angle 40? Oh. There's 137. This might be the weird thing he was talking about. Satellite angle 40. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's it, right? Like the... I don't know, it could be this. Right, okay, so go to satellite angle 40. Maybe when I have the satellite working then. So let's meditate. Uh-huh, thanks, Young. Appreciate it. Okay, how am I gonna tell when it's at angle 40 though? I don't need the satellite to be there. I just need to be there, but hello, Quantum Moon. Can't you take the picture without the scout being launched? Oh, whatever. Ha. Suck it. You can't leave. Right. So, outer orbit. You're at... How do I... Oh, shoot. How did I tell what the angle this thing was at before? It said at one point, right? Oh, it said on the satellite. Right. I gotta get over there, and I just have to track the satellite until it gets to the place that I need it to be. Or I need to get there. Okay. So I was just kind of a step ahead. I could have stumbled into that on accident. Surely. Alright. Yeah, I was definitely wrong a lot. I was here too early, and it cost me a lot in terms of understanding what was happening. That's fine though. Oh no. Gotta make sure I don't break the thing. It's very important that I do not break the thing. Alright, good enough. What angle do we got? We are at angle 28 and counting. And I needed 40, right? So I guess I'm just waiting a little bit longer. $38. Yeah. There it is. It's whatever I'm looking for. There it is. Get to the ship. 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 While it's still in view, get to the ship. Can I lock onto it? Doesn't seem so. That's odd. I mean, I know it's DLC content, but it feels like something I should have noticed. Is it a black hole? Oh, it totally is. No wonder you'd never noticed it before. What are you? Well, this is different. Probably shouldn't waste all my fuel. Hang on. Not to ruin the moment. But I do very much agree. I just kind of wanted to let the soundtrack play there for a little bit. It fits what's happening very well, at least, and it knows when to not play music. And honestly, that's as much of a skill as having good music in the game. It's like, hey, when should the music turn off? When do we have something here? Oh, really high gravity here. Okay, boosting around is not going to work. It definitely feels like, ooh, unknown language. Okay. Can I push you? That worked, apparently. Okay. It sure is turning. What do I take from that? Can I put it on top? Will that make it turn faster? Ah, dang it. I was too slow. I think I need it to recall when this is aligned. Isn't that the way I just came? Yeah. It's hard because this, Okay, you didn't have to be that close. Okay, you had to just get it kind of close. You have to hold the button to recall. So it's not just timing when you press the button, it's timing when you're holding it. Hello. This is pretty cool. Can I launch the scout for a boost? Can I get it out of here? Oh no, it's being pulled towards the scout. Is it? Well, it definitely seemed like it was being pulled towards the scout. Yeah, here we go. I just get you to be in the river and guide it that way? Does it need a light? Yeah, I think it needs a light. Okay. Just any light will do it. Ouch. Whoa. Get up there. Oh, that works. Huh. Yeah, it sure seems like a ring world. I mean, you look up and it's at least close to a ring world. But why? More writing I can't understand. Well, at least I know I'm in the right spot. This is really cool, whatever it is. Echoes of the Eye. I mean, something else made this, right? Something completely new to the game. Potentially not completely new to the game, but I would assume it's completely new. What do you got for me? That sure is forward. That sure is reverse. Something's telling me I don't have everything I need here. Oh, hang on. Okay. So everything here is manipulated by light. I was wrong when I sent the scouts at it, but I was half right because I was able to the scout has a light on it. So I was able to manipulate it with a light on the scout. Maybe that's being generous to myself. What do you got? A slide reel? Can I put you in here? Can I put you up there? Yeah. Really? Is the... Oh. Okay. So I have to provide the light here. So if I put you in there... That kind of works, but it's also like way too bright and I can barely see what's happening. What if I put you on the ceiling? Not good enough. What if I put you directly on this light? Better. Like weird eye things? It's like doing a scary story something? I wish I could see this better. There's gotta be a way I can see this better. See, that doesn't do enough. I need, like, light should just shine into this so that I can... Maybe you? Also not good enough. That's too bright. I'll come back to this. Hopefully I'll come back to that. That maybe was not what I wanted to do, actually. Let's go back up there. If I can, with this really high gravity. Just barely. What is the gravity? Oh, that's 1.3 in here. It's only slightly higher than normal, actually. I think I was just used to the low gravity on the earlier planets I was in. There's another slide reel. Can I... Hang on. What if I was to... put it in here. Maybe that'll work. Already holding. Yeah, okay. Well. You give me this then. Get on the thing. Get on. Okay, well, this kind of worked before, so this is the best I'm gonna get, huh? Okay, that's fine. No, shoot. Get back up there. Cannot see what's happening. I mean, there's like spooky alien man, but it's too dark. Okay, let me see spooky alien man. Can I get a more clear picture of this if I just use my own flashlight here? Honestly, no. No, that's just as crappy. Is that true though? It's hard for me to say if that's actually the case or not, if I have 20 minutes or not. And again, I can just come back here now that I know how to get here. It's not a big, like, deal to get back. You know? Like, it's pretty quick in the time loop. There must be another way? Well, yeah, no shit. Right? But no shit, there's another way. But I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna see what else is here. Because I'm not getting it right now. Maybe I just need to find something else. Oh. Suddenly got a vibration in the... Huh. 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 Okay. Was that connected to something I did? I think so. Man, I wanted to look around there more. I don't know if that was a time limit or not. I have no idea how long I spent there. Now this is flooded, but maybe I can get in there. From the house, maybe? It's dicey, but I think I can get in. You're another one of these. I can get a lantern. Okay. We're in business for the next section. Or, well, I can't get back there now, but picking up a lantern is the way to do it. At least that's my impression. Get me over there. What can I do with you? Probably something over here. Yeah, here we go. Insert a lantern into it. Too bad I don't have a slide wheel, but that'll do. Can I get it? Get one from here? Yes. I mean, that's fine just to put that there at this point. I have already found a lantern. Young. No point in timing that out. He did his job. He didn't spoil me. I figured it out on my own. I guess I figured that part out on my own. Okay. There's a ring. In the center of the ring, there's convergence between different spear things that unlocks something that unlocks this guy. Not sure I get that. Maybe the ship log can help me out later. There was another one, if I remember. Okay. We're summoning Satan, maybe. Doesn't seem that far off. Okay. So that's the eye. The circle planet. I don't know what that is, actually. Is that supposed to be the big gas giant? The thing in the bottom looks like the lantern. Maybe that's the world that I'm on right now, and I have no idea what the three-eyed thing is. So they found the eye. They scanned the eye. And they moved the eye? They used the eye to turn everything into dust, and then it blew them up too? Oh no, he got a vision of like what would happen. I think that's supposed to be what this is. You seen the guys in Stellaris? Bullshit. Okay, so there's clearly some sort of secret here, but I can't tell what it is. That's what the game's getting at. Okay. He scans the eye, and the eye showed him the universe being destroyed. So they burned down the thing researching the eye, and then something happens. Okay, sure. I think I got that then. Well, what now? Over here, I guess. Oh, I could have interacted with you before. That's sad. Oh, this is the eye thing, speaking of. Hello. Where are you? Oh, jetpack refueling. Excellent. I was getting worried I'd run out, but... What else can I find here? Anything? Any type of radio frequency? Doesn't seem that way. What are you? Still unknown language? Wonder if we'll ever be able to figure it out. I would guess yes, but hard to say. I guess the eye was a weapon. Could've. It's possible. Can I get rid of you? Kinda could use this boat. Can I interact with this underwater? Doesn't seem so. Where's the boat that I was using? What is that piece of driftwood flying around? Give me that. I want on that. Hang on. Get over here. Oi! Alright, we're on a bridge now. Why is there... It was probably a good thing that I got on the bridge. Given the electrified wire. I think I made a good decision. And the bridge takes me directly to... here. What's here? Guess I'll find out. What's the purpose of, like, the wheel thing? Why did my ship log just update? What did I find? I mean, I can't get there. I don't know a lot of things, but I know that's too far to get to. So I'm guessing that's why the ship log updated. It's because I need to find a way to get there. Maybe if the water level rises again, I can get there. But that seems to be about the only way. Well, now what? Maybe I could make it. Is it worth trying? I don't see why not. I don't see why it wouldn't be worth trying that. Thanks, Young. Well, I just didn't think of picking it up. It's not that common that you can pick things up in this game. So. Yeah, you can't quite make that. Oh, ouch. I don't have anything to write on anymore, so I guess I'm just, yes I do. No. Get onto the rock. No! Ah, shit. Well. Sure, I'll be fine. It doesn't look dangerous at all up ahead. Not dangerous at all. What are you? What's over there? Which direction do I want to go in? I'll go left. Tentatively. Just a lazy river ride. There's something lazy about it. I was afraid there'd be more electrified wires and I'd just die. Oh, the cycle's resetting. Okay, so there's still a time limit. I don't seem to have any way to get up there. Shit, there seems to, like, there's a lot to explore here for there still being a time limit. What can I find in, like, the next 2 minutes, then? Let's see if I need you. Oh, yeah, there's another projector. Okay, nothing here though. Maybe you're real? Yeah, but I'm not gonna get. I don't think I have enough time to place it. How did I get up there in the first place? Although there's no way I have enough time. There's no way I have enough time to view this. Come on. Okay, no. Yeah, I know I'm low on fuel. There's a couple of issues here, game. Really doing my best. Well, I haven't blown up yet. Alright, what do we got? What do you got for me? It looks like the same issue I was having before. But it's getting cracked. Oh, I saw... No. Ah, damn it. Alright. Well, whatever I was supposed to see there, I didn't see it. I didn't get to the end of that. Wait, let me read the ship log and see if I can make sense of any of that. Okay. What's up? In the shift log. Yeah, I know that. He's a technological marvel for knowing about things that don't exist. What a great guy. That's tutorializing something that I already know how to do, so that's cool. Appreciated, but I guess that it was something that a lot of people didn't figure out that you could do as well. So it makes sense that they would add that. Okay. Stranger, River, Lowlands, Cinder Isles, Sealed Vault. Alright, lots of new stuff. The Stranger. A massive artificial ring world hidden within some sort of cloaking field. Does not appear to be of Parthian or Nomian in origin. Yeah, I'd agree with that. A radio tower designed to receive photos taken by the Deep Space Satellite. There are several photos of the entire solar system hanging on the walls. Hornfels noticed something strange in one of the photos, but included in there was an equipment malfunction was the only explanation. There's more reservoir. Yeah, let me put a marker on here. A low-lying region near the entrance to the Stranger. There are wooden buildings along the banks of the river. A slide reel from the Cinder Isles showed a glowing symbol and chains appear around a strange vault. I saw a building marked with a unique symbol recessed into the canyon walls, but the bridge is rotted away. Yes, that's fair. A pair of small rocky islands connected by a village of stilt houses. I found a metal symbol for the Eye of the Universe inside a burned-out building. Where are you? Slide reel that shows the Stranger's inhabitants analyzing the eye. Several slides have been burned and cannot be viewed. Okay. So I should take that to be burning on the slides when I see that. The next... Well, if the reservoir is there, that probably means that I can just go into the... Actually, I am curious. Let me... Well, whatever. This will probably work just to get me into the thing, so I don't have to go out to 40 degrees again and actually track this thing. Maybe it won't, though. Alright, cloaking field, what you got? Well, am I gonna smack right into this thing? No. But... it's not entirely clear how I get in from this angle. I'll say that a different way. I have no idea how I get in from this angle. You? Yeah, here we go. Ouch. Not quite the way I wanted that to go. How do I rotate the ship around again? I always struggled to get this to turn the way I wanted it to. Alright. Come on. Get right. We won't need the ship where I'm going. Okay. I am curious how C-Fusion guessed that everything was based on light, because I totally did not get that. Like, I guess this? Like, sure, okay. Because he's talking shit? Yeah, maybe. That's definitely plausible. Can I get this to power up the river? Not really. But downriver quickly is definitely possible. Okay. Let's explore this place again. Now that I know how to use slide reels, I should be able to do more here. At least that's the hope. Where did I find a lantern here before? Where did I find a lantern here before? How did he think to... Lantern. Yeah, okay, there's a slide reel, right? Because he Googled it, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to say that, but... Oh, can you grab one of these? No. No, definitely not. Glad I didn't try, because I would have assumed that you can't grab the lanterns. Can I get to you? Or is that just where I came in from? Let's try it anyway. I'm already getting distracted, but that's part of the game. So, I expect that. I want to see if I can get to this. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's old. Seems like this is something new. Not necessarily, it didn't necessarily have to go to it that way, though. Or was this where I came in from? Oh no, this is totally where I came in from. Ah, but you can open the door this way to get back in there if you want to. Okay. Sure. I'm not sure how that helps me, but sure. I mean, I guess it makes sense that there has to be an entrance to the building. Also, no lanterns in the first one. Oh, I knew that. I saw the hole in the rail, and since you needed light, I assumed you could put something in. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I buy that. Well, I'll find a lantern somewhere, I'm sure. I mean, there's got to be a way to read that, right? So I got to get a lantern from somewhere. Yeah, let's not worry about fuel. I just got to find a lantern. Maybe in here? Well, I guess if I go in here, I'll figure out if me raising... Ah, lantern. Never mind. I want to figure out if me going into that building was what raised the water level, or if that's independent of the water level. I'm not sure. Let me put that in. I wouldn't have expected it to dim the light on everything else when I put a lantern in, but sure. Guess that's the same starting slide that I saw before. The eye is sending out waves. They saw it from a different solar system. And they were shocked and called his friends to come look at it, basically. And they burned some slides of them building something. Of them building whatever that star-shaped thing is. Looks like a, looks like the building that I'm in right now. It looks like it's like a solar wind, solar sail. Yeah, so they're coming from a different star system to this one. And then they stopped, basically. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Let me get that slide. What are you gonna tell me then? Bunch of burn stuff I can't make out. They're closing the seal, probably on that vault I saw before. Lighting a fire on the seal locked it, is what I'm seeing there. So maybe turning off the fire would unlock it. It says that there's a reservoir in the thing that shows you all the stuff, so maybe it breaks at a set time. Yeah, maybe. That's what I would assume. That's different. Is that different? I don't remember seeing anything like that happen before. Is it just the reservoir breaking? Yeah, probably, right? I heard the same vibration that I did before. It kind of looks like it's leaking. Yeah, I think the reservoir just breaks eventually. Huh. Like, it's leaking. It's probably gonna go. So if I walk in here, does it go again? It's just picking up a lantern is in here. Okay. Cool. Can I go to the reservoir? Like parkour on the trees to get there? Maybe. That seems possible. If I can get a grip. Why are the trees so slippery? Get on there. They've outsmarted me. There's no grip on these trees. Come on, get on. Yeah! Can't be beat. Can't be stopped. I'm being stopped. Okay. From here, that's gonna be too high. Ouch. Well, if I can't get it from there, I could maybe do it from that branch on that tree, because it's just... it's not worth using all my fuel on this. I'm not even sure it's possible. You got here quicker, so maybe it takes longer before it breaks? Yeah, that's what I would assume. Oh man, that is going. Yeah, okay, it's definitely just a timing thing when the reservoir breaks eventually. I already went in you. Anything else in the lower level here that I need? I don't see a ton. I think that's where I originally left the raft. Let me go there. See if I can get to the last village I visited before the water raises again. I probably can't. I'm probably too slow. There's another thing. Definitely have to navigate this a little bit differently with the reservoir not being broken. Alright, come on. You that way. Oh, there's a place I can go off. Okay. I'll aim for that. I'm gonna have to be quick here. The reservoir could break at any minute. Message deleted. That's not exactly the directions I gave Young, but I suppose it's close enough. Can I get up there? No, there's not a ceiling. Alright, give me a fuel. What do we got down here? Anything? No, just a way up? Just a way up. Let me make sure. There's a way to jump off. That doesn't seem particularly relevant. Alright, let's get the fuel back. May as well. Is there anything here that I really need when it's lower? Not that I can tell so far. So maybe it's not that detrimental if the water level is low, or is high. Perhaps. What about you? I don't know if I went in here before. Or rather, I don't think I went in here before. Oh, there's some aliens. What is this telling me? Do I need a lantern in here? Oh. Oh, can I get a lantern over there? Yeah. There are stairs to the... What do I make of this? Water goes in under, and then there are stairs that I can get to the back. But what is that thing? Is that you? Yeah. So do I need the water level to be higher? And then I can get in the bottom of this? kind of what it seems like. Maybe... Oh, there's a cave here. Okay. I am only colorblind. That's correct. I'm, theoretically, I'm now no longer regular blind. Though, the vision's still kind of healing. But noticing that prolonged, focusing on one thing, like in video games, my vision slowly starts to go a little bit. Which, there goes the reservoir. Hopefully this thing doesn't entirely flood. Where are you? What's in here? Okay. There's a reel. There are 2 reels? No, just 1. Alright, it's gonna flood. I need to get it to higher ground. Uh-oh. Okay, this is different. What do I make of you? There's like 3 different locations, all wired. I think this is some sort of information relay, like a radio. There was a slide thing over here. Ow! It's fine. I think there was a slide thing over here. Oh, where was the lantern? Not there. Oh, I had one before when I was here, but I totally lost it, apparently. Alright, lantern, lantern, come to me. In here, maybe? Yeah, that'll work. I'm not tilting. Why would I be tilting at this? What? Oh, the building's tilting. Yeah, probably. I was like, huh? Like, this hasn't really been frustrating so far. Wait, does this lantern not have light? Genius. Oh, it probably went out when I went in the water. Well. Good job. I was like, wait, did I grab a lantern without light? Really? No. No. No, you just didn't consider that going in the water would do anything to the lantern. So it didn't even register that it went out until you were already in the building. That's fair. Alright, let's take the burnt out one. Alright, what do you got for me? He's walking into this building. In that picture, they can see the planet. They took the lantern away and went through. They're all going into... So the one with the building, if there's no light, they can walk through it. Okay. That's different. Which one had the... You? Can I just walk through you generically? Do I need the light out? I might need the light out. That'll do. Does this just take me to where I've already been? No, that is different. That is very different. Host a marshmallow! Okay. Somehow I don't feel that's very appropriate here. There's a person missing. But for everybody else, the fire is on. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't get a ship log update for that. Maybe I didn't interact with something there that I was supposed to. Well, at least I know what to do on all the other ones of those I found. Yeah, no, there's no fuel remaining. Can I extinguish this somehow? I mean, what's it? If I had a fire thing, would I want to stand here and, like, complete the circle? Maybe. Let's go refuel and see if I can't explore more before I run out of time. I'm probably gonna run out of time here pretty soon. But that was at least a pretty valuable life, I think. I think I learned something. Was it just me, or was this... Yeah, there was another... there was, like, the entrance that I'd already been in was what was under the stairs. At least that's what it looks like to me. Oh, hey. It's already in the water, so I can just move it. Cool. Well, I didn't go down this way before. That's nothing. I don't have to worry about that. I definitely haven't fully explored this area, so there's still more for me here. Oh, there's the reservoir. Speaking of. So I wonder if I would want to climb on top of the reservoir. Maybe if I got here while the water level was still high, I could get into that building. Is that the broken dam? No, that seems like that's not the broken dam. Up in front of me is the broken dam. So the water would actually be higher here before the dam breaks. But yeah, the thing under the stairs was just the first entrance I went in that was like under the rocks or whatever. Okay, I didn't get to read the yeah, because you can even see there's a dock here. It would be much higher with the water level high, at least compared to now. The reel wasn't here. Get up there. There we go. Oh, dear. Oh my god, I'm out of time again. Is that the ending theme song? It sounds like it. At least, yeah. Yep. Yes, it is. Alright, well, at least I'll get to read it this time, at least. Give me that lantern. Bunch of fire. Bunch of fire. This thing is burned to a crisp. But they're looking at something. They're on a boat thing? They're building something and lowering it underwater. And then there's more burnt stuff after it. Alright. Can I find anything else here? Yeah, there'd definitely be a way in here. Huh. What? Alright, maybe I can brute force this in the next 10 seconds. What? It's not, doesn't look like it's happening. That doesn't look like it's getting brute forced. I'm guessing it's sun first. Then, I don't know, fire. Then light, then you, then whatever that is. About you. Nope, I'm out of time. Ugh. I do like that wherever I am is so far away from the sun that it actually doesn't get caught in the supernova. I'm just dying of time. It's like I'm flying out of the solar system. Okay. See ya, ICPT. Hope you had fun. Alright, suit on. Reservoir is still marked on the map. Excellent. I'm gonna go try and go to the reservoir early on this cycle. That's not great. Ow! Hello, tree. I don't think that's supposed to be how the ship works. Porthole damage. I don't think I care. Maybe that was the porthole damage. Good one, me. It seemed like I could fly into this at whatever speed I want. It'll slow me down once I actually get into the thing. Yeah. And you're the way in. Upside down. Alright. Still can't read their writing. Oh, is this a different exit? Oh, this is totally different than where I was before. Hang on. Okay, so there's multiple ways in. And this raft is stuck. Oh, I can push it in. Okay. Not that that really makes much of a difference. This is pretty much the same place I exited from. Is it? Have I been here? I'm not sure I have. Uh-oh. So this whole building looks like it's ghost mattered. At least the entrance is. Can I fly up above? That's ghost. Oh dear. Can I go under? Yeah, under and in seems to be the way. Okay, here we go. Where's safe? Not there, not directly on top of this. There's ghost matter. But I can get this Arda. Ooh, hey, this looks like the thing that I needed to have on fire. Okay. What can I do with you? I can actually manipulate this. If I hold R, it, like, focuses. Like, oh, it conceals. I guess I can conceal the fire to keep it safe from water, is what I assume that this is for. And this will actually focus the fire to a point. But I need to get the fire first. Okay. Now, where am I going to do that? Still can't read you. Oh, no, I still have the artifact, even if I pick that up. Okay. Are you one of the... Yeah, you are. Which one of you has the planet? So, okay. Am I right? Can I light this thing on fire somehow in here? No. Well, you don't have a person missing in this one. This one's fine. How do I... There's a fire. Ow. Okay, well, I'm the thing cooking. If I walk... But go in the fire! That's clearly not the solution, then. So there's one person missing, and I need to take this to where that one person is and focus it, right? But I need to get fire from somewhere, and I don't know where that is yet. I'd prefer you don't. Feel free to put it in JJ Court or Jake Court or something for someone else to see. No, I have been here. No, this is absolutely where I've been before. How did I not see that house? Whatever. Where's the raft? That's a raft. I'll take a raft. All raft sounds good to me. Alright, get in the water. Can I get on that? Well, not anymore. A little far away now. Donk. Donk. Alright, don't crash the thing. Yeah, you can spoiler in JJ Court if you want. Just to keep it from... There's like a spoilers channel there. You could put it in there, and I just won't look there until I beat this game. Probably want to spoiler tag it, though, just in case someone else who wants to play this sees it. Even though it's the spoilers channel. But it's always hard to tell what's actually being spoiled in there. Oh, is this how I... This is totally not how I got in, but this works. Right, so the one that was missing was in here, right? Yeah. I don't see any pattern on that. I'm pretty sure I already looked at that one. I can go up here. I don't think the tower is tilted yet. It's not tilted yet. So it got tilted when I... Is there one of you that's not active? It kind of looks like all of you are active. It was you, right? Yeah. Okay. Can I do anything with you in here? If I stand here and focus this thing, will it light on fire? I figured not, but I felt like it was worth trying. What if I try to roast marshmallow? Can I roast thing? Like... Alright, well, I'm just gonna drop this thing here. I don't know what to do with it yet, so it can stay there. Let's get to that lantern and refuel my jetpack along the way. Still on a bit of a tight time limit because I want to try and get to that reservoir before I run out of stuff. I just got distracted with that discovery. That felt important. I'm not sure how important, but it felt important. Let's go. Hang on. I see you. I see you there. We're going left. This Gulen starts spoiling shit. Alright. I'm sure JJ will appreciate it, considering he wants to play this game himself. Over there. Over there. Don't know where this is taking me, but I'm going to take the most out-of-the-way paths I can. Yeah, here we go. This is something new. Where the heck am I now? I'm somewhere new. You are a lift. Okay. I'm assuming I want you to go up? Yeah. That works. I really like the light mechanic to manipulate all their like electrical stuff. It's pretty nifty. Seems like something fell out here and I'd be able to find the remains of it, but I don't know what it is. Let's not chase it yet. Let's chase the things that are obvious. Did I go in here yet? I don't think so. You open from the other side. That's a raft to go down. Did I go in here? No. That's new. It only opens from the other side, but there's obviously something important behind it. So there must be another way in there. Okay. 'Cause yeah, that door doesn't open that way. What if I drop you? Where do you go? Not where I want to be. Not where I want to be. Not at all where I want to be. Go back. Upriver. Thank you. I thought maybe I had to take that to get under, but I didn't see any particular way to do that. Not clear how I get here yet. Maybe I'll find a reel that shows me. As long as you don't ruin something for me. Yeah, that's pretty much right. Trying to be more heavy-handed than I normally would be, so I told Young to basically time out whatever. Seems like I'm fine up until there-ish. If I stay to the right, I'm good. Okay. That takes me to the other side of the bridge, which housed something. Something that I've not gotten to yet. Another eye building. Okay, this one got burned down too. Well, not to the extent of the last one, at least. But I don't know the combo. I have no idea what to put here. I'm not even that confident I could get back here. Shit. Well, I didn't quite get to where I wanted to go, but this is at least something. Another artifact. Okay, so there are multiple of these. Good luck remembering where they all are, though. Let's take this elevator down. This all seems high enough to survive the flood, so I should be able to keep exploring here. At least that's the hope. Yeah, looks like... Oh. Oh dear. Well, that's not great. Does that do anything positive for me? Can I even get up there now if I wanted to? Maybe. Maybe I could make the flight. I think I could. From the top of the house. If only just barely... Yeah, I can know that, dude. That's actually pretty easy to make. Alright, so there was another lantern thing that I still don't know how to light. You have the thing. Is it the same as before, or is there also one missing here? Nobody's missing. Yeah, it looks like nobody's missing. And none of them are not on fire. Okay. Young will just ban you from Dark Young's channel. That might be a more effective punishment for a lot of people, to be fair. Somehow I think I get the feeling that more people would care. Let's see here. Has anything opened here when that broke? Okay, wait, there's a wire. Hang on, there's a wire. There's totally a wire. But I don't... If I drop down, can I see where you go now? Because now there's more water. I mean, now that it's underwater, I have more free reign of motion, right? So, it's not all bad. I should be able to do something in here. What that something is, I'm not totally sure. Maybe there's a entrance to that thing? Maybe, maybe. Not like that, though. Okay. Then hop up here, and no, that's not gonna help me. I feel like I've accomplished a whole lot of nothing in this area. I don't really feel like I learned anything other than that this area exists. And on top of that, I didn't really explore the reservoir either. I learned where another one of those artifact things is, but that's not very helpful. Stream more. It's true. You do stream more. It's that college student lifestyle. Okay. How do I get up now? Oh, here we go. Oh no, but got broken in the goddamn flood. How do I get back up? Can I go from here? Yes. Then into this. Okay, now from here I can get to where I want to go. Even if it took a while. A long while. Can I even get in here? I can see in there. I can see that there's a projector thing in there. But in terms of getting in, yes. Let's open the door. Not sure why they would bother closing it from there. But sure, whatever. Oh, but there's no... Okay, so I could shoot it through the floor to turn... That's not something I'd considered before, in all honesty. But I can't open the door this way. At least probably. That got it. Well, I was... I guess I was kind of right that the scout was going to be useful here. There's a slide reel for me. Though I'm not sure where I used that slide. At least not in this area. Well, there's one by the reservoir. I can go there. Oh, hey! It's the underwater thing! I don't know how I didn't see that before. But I didn't. Let's not get distracted, though. I need to run this slide. Oh, I'm running out of fuel, though. Because fuel is what I use to move around in underwater. It's not great. Probably should have grabbed a raft. Alright. I'll conserve... who am I kidding? I'm gonna say I'll conserve fuel a little bit. I'm probably almost out of time anyway. And hey, at least I won't have to grab the slide that I had to grab the last time I was over here. Yep, I'm out of time. Okay. This seems to be a common pattern. Get in there. We got 2 pillars. Those 2 pillars, when they move, some sort of fire comes. The heck is this? Okay. If you fly into this, there's danger. So there's like 2 entrances. One is lit on like the northwest. And that's dangerous somehow, is what I'm getting from that, I suppose. Alright, time to try and brute force the thing again. Alright. That's not it. Maybe I have to have a flashlight on it. I can't have a flashlight on it. No, it doesn't seem like this is gonna work. Oh well. You have an idea for channel reward? What is it? Let's hear it. Oh, there's the sun. Mod immunity? I mean, I could. I don't really want to implement something like that, though. Visual mods for a reason, you know? To be immune to unmod yourself. Ah. For the 500k goal. Yeah, but... Or you could just order a free pizza. You know? You had options here. Yes, I know. Is he gonna tell me that, like, every 3 lives? Alright. Let's see here. Alright, this time for real, I'm going to the reservoir. I'm not getting distracted. Well, I might get distracted by one thing. I wanted to check out whatever that picture that I just found was leading me to. Alright, so now that I'm in here... Alright, there was this. You're like the main thing. Fucking hell. You're the main thing. And the danger one was you. So if I wait around here for long enough, will there be fire? Do I have to go inside of it? Oh dear. Oh, there's gravity here. Hello. Oh, it looks like something. There's an artifact. I can look into this hole. I can look in here. And there's like a fire in a chair. Can I go in? What are you? I don't get it. What if I put the lantern in? What if I put the lantern like directly in the... Whoa. They took the lantern. The empty lantern. They, I'm guessing, put the... No, they slapped with the empty lantern. And then after they slapped with the empty lantern, they were able to put it on fire? What if I do it with this thing in my hand? No, does it only work with the lantern? I would assume it would work with the artifact too. No, Young, I plan to have... trust me, I've thought about this. Give me a chance here. Alright, hang on. Oop. That was already in the right position, yet it wasn't open. Oh, hey! I know where I am. Too bad I don't know where I can put this reel. You gonna be the same thing? Probably. But this gives me an easy way to get to Reservoir. So let's go this way. I'm not taking any chances, I'm going straight there. And at Reservoir I can read this thing at least. Oh, hey, Baron. Be forewarned if you're wanting to play this yourself. This is gonna spoil probably a lot of this. Sorry if you got raided into here and you wanted to see this on your own. I can't really control that. But yeah, this is your chance to leave before you spoil yourself too much of what's going on. It's going quite well. I'm enjoying myself. This has been a fun time so far. Even if I don't totally get what's going on yet. Where was the lantern? Lantern was here. Just sad you're playing this and not something better? What? Time this man out. This is a great game. What? Right, so they take the lantern. They go into that room. They look in there. Okay, yeah, he falls asleep. And then when... Yeah, so, okay, I have to fall asleep. Yeah. That makes sense. But do I need the lantern too? Is the lantern part of the step? Do I actually need it? Lantern, then that, then... But where do I get the lantern? I guess we try it both ways. Have I tried... Hints are not welcome. I've beaten the game here. Please don't. I know you're joking around, but like... I'm not. And yes, I have beaten Outer Wilds. I've just not beaten the DLC that came out today. You're here for DDR. Ah, that's fair. I'll be able to stream DDR again probably on Friday. I was hoping I'd be able to stream it Thursday, but it's probably not going to happen. Unless my roommate wakes up a lot earlier than she's planning to. Which is always possible, I suppose. It's gated off. Interesting. Can I get in here? Not from this way. But I can shoot a probe in here. I said, but I can shoot a probe in here. Touché. This worked before. I guess it just doesn't work here. But I can shoot a probe in here. Can I angle you so that enough light hits? Doesn't seem so. Something's not right here, though. Ooh, that dam's a-going. Can get in this way. Makes sense. Right, you are. Yep. My roommate is who that person's talking about. So when she's asleep, because she works night shift as a nurse, so when she's asleep, I obviously don't want to play DDR because that has a pretty high likelihood of waking her up. Okay. Yes, this is where they lowered the thing. I did figure that out. Is there anything I can do with that information? Was there any point in actually coming in here? Not clear. Not at all clear. Ah, bounced off the rock. Not entirely. I can salvage this. I can salvage this. Uh-oh. It thinks I'm not on land. So the fuel's recharging really slowly. Come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. Oh. We're getting this. Slippery ass rock. Damn it. Low on fuel now. Come on, I can get this. Ah. Don't even know what doing this is gonna do for me. I don't care. I went on the rock. Come on. No worries, Darius. Clearly I am too. Here's the underwater thing that eventually becomes not underwater. Can I get in some way? Can I go under it? Maybe. Yeah, you can kind of go under it. And if it wasn't underwater, I'd be able to explore something here. Ah! Well. So there's 3 locks on this thing. I need to take the 3 locks off, I presume. And then shoot fire at it, I guess. Okay. I am slowly learning things. Even if the pace feels glacial. What else can I do here? Anything? Doesn't look like anything over there, really. The dam's not broken, so I'm kind of stuck here, but I can just get off at the end of the dam, so that's what I'm gonna do. Exactly. Use clues to solve the mystery in under 22 minutes. Pretty simple. I think I have a decent idea of what I need to do at this point, but I'm definitely still missing... Oh, no, please don't do that, actually. I'm definitely still missing some stuff. Like, there's these coded doors that I don't know how to get in. And I don't even really have a clue where I would find the code. So, I mean, hopefully eventually I find a way into those, but those are the biggest mystery right now. This is just a place for them to watch the sun, I guess? Not sure what the point of this is. Maybe this is the cockpit. I am really low on fuel. Okay, this is different. Maybe this is the cockpit. What are you? If I turned off the light. Is this tracking when the sun's gonna explode? Well, like, thing still hasn't cracked, so I'm guessing yes, but then what does that do? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Where to now? We can go this way in here. This looks like potentially something. Oh, dang it, get back up here. I didn't realize that was the elevator. Shoot. Where does this take place in the timeline of the original game? Same timeline. It's just like an extra thing, basically. Same timeline. It's in the same time loop and everything. I could go solve the original game's mystery right now. I guess, would you call it a mystery? I don't know. Where the heck am I now? That sounds like the flood is happening. Oh. Hey, is this the entrance? This is totally the entrance. Could I have gone here at any point? I think so. But I would have got locked. So is there something on the other side too, then? Yeah, it looks like it. Another lift? No. But no, just nothing. Nah, you're good. At least I think you're good. Can I get to my ship? Where is my ship? This might be a problem, actually. I was hoping I'd find my ship out here. But so far I'm finding absolutely nothing, as I cannot see anything. Yeah, and I'm almost out of fuel now. That's bad. Well, I guess I may as well reset the time anyway. What, could you see something there? I could barely see anything. It was too dark. Like, there were lights. I could kind of navigate, but it was kind of dicey. Hey there, Brelix. It is hard for me to say. I have, like, sort of reduced night vision with the LASIK at this point. It's gotten better over the days. Like, the first day it was pretty terrible. I couldn't see anything in the dark. But now it's fine. At least passable. I already know. I know. You told me that last life, too. Alright. Alright, let's go look at the ship log. Submerged structure, hidden gorge, abandoned temple. I feel like I've found a good amount of stuff here, but there's not more to explore at Cinder Isles. That's interesting. But there is more at the tower. No, there's not more at the tower. There's also not more at the lowlands. There's something that you can explore in a vertical sequence. There's more at Hidden Gorge. Okay. There's also more at the laboratory. This was 3 experiments conducting 3 different artifacts. The 3rd experiment appears to have been a success. Okay. Is there more at the reservoir? No. So I want to go here, I guess. And the best way to there is from damaged laboratory, so let's mark that. How about submerged structure? There's a large metal structure suspended by chains. It can be entered by swimming from below. There's a sealed vault illuminated by green fire. Sealed vault has strange vault wraps in chains. A slide reel from the river low ends shows a strange vault being closed and sealed with chains and a glowing symbol. A slide reel showed a glowing symbol and chains appear. So yeah, I know. Okay. Well, I guess this is my best lead to go on, so sure. Yeah, it's a much different experience blind. I mean, I played it mostly blind. I streamed my first playthrough of it, so JJ was there to because he'd played the game before. He was there to hint if needed, but mostly to time out any backseaters, which was pretty nice. Obviously, he hasn't played the DLC yet, so he's pieced out of watching this, which makes a lot of sense. To know about the supernova stuff, yeah. At least I think that's what you're talking about. So I think this is the entrance. At least the quick entrance. Thunk. Alright, stay here this time, ship. I don't have my suit on. Would have been embarrassing. Okay, so I can get in here. This sorta gets me to where I need to go. Neither of you have a fire is my main problem here, but I can get this thing. I used that slide reel. Lantern, that, fire. What's that saying? It needed to be opened? I guess. So this was like their final prototype for the thing. That's what I'm assuming. Oh yeah, the first supernova is a cool experience because if you don't know that it's coming, like if you've not played the game before, it's like, oh, why is there music now? What's going on? Like what's happening here? And then you look at the sun and you go, oh shit. It's pretty fun. But yeah, no, I played this game about a year ago, so no longer new news to me, sadly. Okay, right, there's fire there. So can I go this way? And I said there was more in the lab, so I probably should have I think this was the way to do this. Was just kind of swerve. That worked. Okay. So can I light you on fire? If I... Oh, it wasn't you. This isn't the right spot. I've made a mistake. Where did I want to go? Not here. I mean, this has another lever thing, but I don't know how to activate it. Not yet, at least. You have a slide reel? Yeah, you have a slide reel up here. Okay, so now at least I can use that again if I ever need to. Let's put the artifact down and use that slide reel. How did I miss this? That's kind of unlucky. I don't like having stuff in games like that spoiled for me, but sometimes I guess it's kind of unavoidable. I can't remember if I did know that the sun exploded, but I didn't know when. I knew that there was a 22-minute time loop going into the game, and that's about all I knew, which is pretty good for being, like, somewhat blind on a game. Like, that's about as good as you can hope for something like this. Because there's always, like, there's so much information you need to, like, get interested in the game in the first place. Also, where the heck can I get a lantern around here? This game is kind on the blind right now. Here we go. Take you. Oops. Bit of thunking around, but my guy's okay. Okay. What do you got for me? Right, they go to that fire thing, and it made another seal. But where is this? I mean, that's not that surprising, right? I've seen something like that before. Not sure why that's worth a ship log update, but whatever you say, game. It's not really new information. I know that there are 3 seals. Alright, what do you got for me? Something about the lit fire. They're looking at the sun and it going around, and when it's in like a triangle-ish formation, if that matters, probably not. They're going to sit in front of the projector, and they're all sad. So I guess maybe something happened to their world, and then they burned the rest of the slides. Who knows what's on here? I can't make anything out. Can't make anything out. Can't make anything out. And then they all go to sit in this thing. Okay. Why am I spoiling me? Can't believe this. Poor Brelix. How's he gonna play the game blind now? Think of the poor Brelix. Alright. Alright, okay, time to test this. If I doze off, does it light? Yes. Oh. That's not what I expected at all. I can't turn on or off my flashlight anymore. I can focus the light. I can totally turn off the light, but that's my only source of light now. Okay. Okay. That's pretty different. I'm not gonna lie, that's not what I was expecting. But I can light these candles on fire by pointing the, I created a bridge. That's actually pretty sick. Time pizza out. Well, you can do that on Brelix's channel, I guess. Time me out for 2 weeks. I deserve it. Do it, Brelix. What's in here? Conceal but don't feel. Oh, this is instruments. Can I? Okay. I don't know what to make of that yet. I'm guessing it's just like, hey, they play instruments too. Look at them. But I don't know. I don't have a jetpack or anything while I'm here, so there's a lot less I can do in terms of movement. I can't get there unless I can find a way there. And this door's closed. Can I focus light on it? Close it. Can I turn off the light and close it? Can I focus light somewhere else and open it? No. Fair. Good night, FGs. Hope to see you again. I'm not sure how long this is. It's possible I beat it tonight, but I don't think I will. I don't think I just want to straight up fall. Let's go down the stairs if there are any. I wonder if I'm still within any type of time limit while I'm in here. Or if this is like outside the regular... Oh. Okay. I don't know what I expected there, but it wasn't that. I'm just kind of pointing the light at things, trying to figure out where to go. Oh. It's their planet, I think. Kind of shitty skybox, but I'm not going to call too much attention to that. The hell is this dream world? Alright, we got a sound. What's happening here? Well, that's in motion. Like dragonflies and such? I think that's all that was. Yeah. So short slideshow, but it's like someone's actually actively playing it. Okay. Have I been in here yet? I'm kind of lost. My orienteering is failing me at this. Once I got teleported, I kind of lost my sense of place here. If I had some forewarning that that was going to happen, I'd be mostly okay. But I'm pretty lost now. That would teleport me again, I think. I want to make sure I actually want to do that. I think I do. I think that's the only way forward. No, it wouldn't teleport me again. But I can extinguish. Yes. But I don't want to. I need to find a way back there, though. Can I go to you? No. Can I go to you? No. I could get lost. Oh no. Then I might have to go play Red Baron again. I'll get so lost I end up in a different game. Red Baron's fine. I'm just giving it shit. There we go. Can I actually go back there? Doesn't seem like it. What would have happened if I hadn't... Can I go there from here? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how I got there originally, right? Yeah, okay. That's concerning. I hear that music. up here? That's a path. Okay. Where to? Where to? Gotta be here, right? Oh, okay. No, is it up? Okay, no, it is down. I just had to turn off the light, sure. I'm concerned about going in the water with this thing. It looks like I should be able to light something up here, though. A raft. With candles. Okay. And what happens if I just fall in the water here on accident? That is slightly concerning. What do we got going on? I cannot see anything. Do I just go blindly into the night? I guess so. Ooh, this is... No, it's that anchor thing from before. It's not new. This is how I unlock one of the restraints on it. It's a lot prettier than how it looked before. Oh, it's a very good game for its time. Hey, it's technically extremely impressive. To do a flight sim in what, 1990? I think it was. Okay, that spawns another raft. In case I guess wanted to raft further into nothingness. I mean, there's something over there, but this seems pretty obviously the way I want to go. At least to me. Look in there. There's the fire, sure. But, yeah, they took the lanterns. This guy took another one. They went... I guess into the dream world. He came here. They looked in there. They all have weird, spooky eyes. They took the thing that was in there? I'm not sure I know what to make of that. I mean, it's not there. That's true. So I guess I keep going? Were these antler dudes in the original game? No, they're new. They're you can't even read their language. So like there's stuff on the that like you could like they had developed a translation for like the old aliens. But there's obviously nothing for this because these guys are new. And so like they hadn't seen them before. So no translation. You just gotta go find it. What happens if I go in the water? I'm so curious. But I don't want to have to come all the way back here. Oh dear. I almost found out anyway. I guess we keep going. I mean... Maybe I'll learn something if I keep going. Maybe the dream sequence will end. I'm not totally sure. That looks new. I don't know that I can get to that. Conceal, don't feel. Don't let them know. Alright, I guess I get off here. What do you do? Spawns another raft. So I guess there's more. That's my impression, at least, seeing another raft. Can I go anywhere over here? No, seems like a dead end. More than the true history. Yeah. I mean, Feldspar was pretty cool. That's fair. It's possible. Oh, but I can't get in here. Okay. What then? What then? I guess I keep going down the river? I feel like I'm missing something there. It doesn't feel right. I mean, there's a chair up there. That's cool. That doesn't feel right to me. There's only one way I can go. I can't go backwards if I go... Whatever. I hear it scout. Can I get over there? There had to have been a way, right? What if I go in the water? Shoot. Do I have to go all the way back now? Ouch. That's kind of painful. Maybe some of the shortcut I already opened will still be open. I mean, the bridge is still there. Yeah, okay. That's not so bad then. Ouch, that's not great. Did I ever go down here? I don't think I did. I think I just continued on. What's down here? There's a tree with the moon under it, and there's obviously a hole to go in. There's more of their instruments. I don't actually see anything to do down here. I mean, there's that door, but it doesn't open. Maybe if I can seal, I can walk through? No, you just run into the wall anyway. Yeah. Okay. It was this way. Alright, so I think I found everything there. I think I found everything in the next location too, so I'll go back to the third and see if I can find anywhere else to go. I definitely feel like I missed something. Or at least there shouldn't be nothing at a place where it tells me to stop, right? Like that doesn't seem right to me. So I think I missed something. Or I didn't understand something about how this section works. Ah, that's a bit scary. What if I turn the light off completely? We still go, so not much point in that. Beyond here too. I think I got everything from here. I am still going. Hello, Strudel. How are the Australians? Were they trainable? Welcome to the fire dream sequence. When we go to sleep with one of these things in our hand, we wake up with fire. Do I know why? Not really. I'm not sure I totally get it. I'll be honest. That's okay. I had to have missed something here, right? Did I have to light all the torches? And because I missed that one, I couldn't get in? Like, there's just the door, but that can't be it. Maybe it really is it, but it doesn't feel like it should be it. Like, there was a whole little village there. Can I climb in one of the trees? No. Maybe that's it. There's like a chair. I'm missing something. I think I'm missing something. Oh, there you go. So nothing too bad then. You just actually had to do something for once. Fair enough, fair enough. Like, there's even a thing to call another boat. There's gotta be a way to get there. Yeah, and it just ends. Oh no, did the time run out? Oh, I guess time continues to pass while I'm in that dream sequence. Okay. Alright, okay. I'll probably go for 1 or 2 more loops. I don't know if I learned anything from that. Not really, at least. Tough to say. Put her down. Just put her down. Easy does it. Or mildly easy does it. There we go. And the contraption I need was in here. No, not you. Ah, dang it. For the love of God. I'm actually still jumping while I'm in that sequence. Jump to the left. There we go. Oh, dang it. It's like the 3rd time I've missed that, because it's just so close to already being in the right position to open. Alright, okay. I'm through... Actually, do I even need that? I don't. Don't need to go that way. I should be able to climb through here. Alright, then drop you. Which one had the planet? You. Lantern. Lantern. What happens if I do this dream sequence in the one that goes underwater? Do I drown after like 10 minutes? It's possible. Oh, no, wrong button. So what awesome revelations have you missed? Well, there's this ring world with cool water mechanics that's just concealed in some sort of cloaking mechanism. There's these dead antler people, and they concealed some artifact to do with the eye that seemed to have terrified them. They concealed it in... I have to do this whole sequence again, aren't I? They concealed it in this, like, anchor thing under the dam that I was near. And it seems like I'm trying to unlock whatever was in that anchor thing. I'm still not sure why, but that seems to be the goal, is to do that. Can I focus on you? No, I actually do have to be on the other side. Alright, well, I can kind of get there without having to navigate through everything, so... Do I have to be down? Probably. Teleport to you. Thank you, hand thing. Potentially. Maybe that's why they were so scared of it. It could contain a parasite. I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. If it does, I can at least, I don't know, use this fire thing on it. Do we need a goal other than what's in the box? Not really, but I think there might be something else to it. That's just my intuition talking, though. Because, you know, something about them sealing this thing away makes me think that opening it's bad. You know? Like maybe I'm not actually on the right course when I'm choosing to open it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But, that's the general impression that I get. Hey, it's Owl Guy. Hey, it's more owl guys. Just lighting that so I can see. I'll skip past the second part since I know I don't need anything from there. At least I think I don't need anything from there. Come on. Okay, did I run out of time or did going too far in the dream sequence kill me? Let's find out. I think I just ran out of time. My assumption is that I ran out of time. If I didn't run out of time, I'm really not totally sure what to do, but... I don't know why it would kill you for going too far in the dream sequence. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I have to assume that the time continues to pass during this. I still don't get concealing this thing. There's some quantum mechanics at work, and I've not figured that out yet. Well, let's just keep going. Let's see what I see. Maybe you'll find something interesting. Can I warp to you? I lit something. Something's shaking. It just feels like there's something there, and I've just totally missed it. Now, what the hell is the screaming house? And I can't go any other direction than straight. I just have to keep going. Maybe there's something else I can do here? At the tower? This is the important tower. Alright, let's see it, important tower. What do you got for me? Nothing. Really? Did I miss it? I don't seem to be able to dock here. I mean, that sure is the important tower. I guess we keep going. And this is back where I was. So maybe what I need to do here is actually enter it from different points, and then I can do more? Maybe. Okay. Let's go out of here. There was a raft near the damage lab. Let's go to the damage lab. I can take that raft. Shoot, how do I get in? This way. Yep. I'm trying to get to the one that will flood very quickly if I don't get to it. Let's go. I can make it there. I got no other goal than getting there, so I can make it there. No problem. I hope. I mean, shoot, I'm not totally sure how much time I use in the dream sequence. I think it was like probably like 5 minutes or so. Oh, it's a remix of the original theme. There's the damage. That's not where I'm trying to go. I'm just trying to go here. Like, I think it's that specific building that I'm trying to get into. Come on. I didn't even specifically need the thing I'm holding right now. Can you drop me in faster? I'm tempted just to start going. But go. Okay, there we go. Right. Left. Or right. Gotta get going. Yeah, that held one of the lanterns, but I already have one, so it's not a big deal. Don't need that. I just need to go. Alright. Into here. What do you got for me? Which one are you? You. I'm still missing whatever's those codes. That's bothering me. I don't know what to do with the codes. Alright. This should take me out at the tower. Or not at the tower. At the village that I couldn't get to last time because there was a sealed door, I think. Yeah. So, what can I actually do here? Because, yeah, this was the place where I was able to light some of the torches earlier. Can I actually open this so that I can get to the dock over here? I mean, here's, like, the chair that I was at before, right? And there's the dock. Why do I hear the probe? It's so weird that I hear the probe. What does that mean? What's here? Anything? Am I maybe not supposed to be doing the stream sequence yet? Maybe I've missed something. This feels like the right place to be with the clues that I've discovered. Maybe I just missed something along the way. Boy, I don't see what to do here. Oh, there goes the dam. So I'm gonna get flooded underwater and figure out what exactly that means for me here in a second. What does that mean for... That's what that means for me. So I'm gonna need to explore that location pretty quickly. Next time I go there, because obviously I missed out. Hey, a raft. Get out of my... You know what? I'll hop to you, actually. Let's go. Come on. I want to go to that tower, because the tower has another place I can warp to, and it's not going to be underwater. At least I don't think it'll be underwater. Actually, can I even get in there? That's a good question. Also, let's make sure I don't go on the wrong side of it. Come on. Yes. Let's see. I don't know how much time I'll have in here. Probably not enough. Drop it. Drop it, lock it, polka dot it. And one of you's missing. That's what bothers me here. Why is one of you missing? There's nobody missing from any of the others. Will I see you? No. So is this any different? Oh, but the painting's missing. Interesting. This doesn't go anywhere. Lights in the house, I guess. What does this do for? What can I do here? What do you do? Do you make more bridge? No, you make another house. What's the thumping sound? Why would I want to go down, though? I want to go to that house I just created. That's a hands to take me back over here. From over there. So clearly going over there is some sort of goal? Right, okay, let's see where this goes. I need to explore as much of this as I can in the limited time that I have. You go to the water. Yeah. And the water... Candle at least. Actually gives me the option to extinguish the candle. You're no. What? So if I go near that thing, it wakes me up? Alright, well that house I created should still be open. And to find some way to either disable that mechanism or to not hear it. Or to get here from a different place so that the bells can't ring, maybe. You look like a dog now, actually. If I make you, could I land here? Maybe that's the secret. Maybe I have to come here first and then enter from any other location, and then maybe the bells won't wake me up. Okay. That's a thought. That's possible. It's also possible that they do wake me up, but that sounds possible. That sounds believable. Maybe there's another way around here as well. I cannot have much more time left. You look like an elevator. You are an elevator. Why are there footsteps? You're another... Oh, but I can teleport to you. Let's see it. And you. You're an elevator, but what about you? I mean, I can raise you up, sure. Now that I know where you go, but I'd like to see where this goes first. Just back around? Just back around, okay. Didn't I find a hand here before? Huh. Yeah, I did. Oh, shoot. So I probably wanted to be over there, huh? That's not great. I seem to be very sideways. So eventually this tower falls over. I guess this tower falls over right when the cycle ends, because now I'm hearing the end of cycle music. Okay. Well, I have some ideas on how to proceed. But, I'm not sure I totally get it. Are you new? No, this is the old cave. It's just exposed now. Oops. Is there anything else? I can't really do anything else with my time. Well, I may as well try and figure out where the sun is exactly and watch it explode. Is that you? Are you the sun, or is it just a reflection of the sun? What's going on here? Where the heck am I? Is that more clear? It's kind of weird that the texture goes away if I'm underwater, but it totally does. It does with this too. The web's texture just disappears. Where is the sun? Boy. Well, whatever. I guess we won't get to watch it. So weird. Oh, there it is. Right, okay. I'm probably going to end the stream there. I'll pick this up either tomorrow or the day after and try and finish it. I feel like there's not that much left. There could be more than I'm expecting, but I feel like there's probably like 2 or 3 hours of this left. Maybe. It doesn't seem like it's particularly expansive as far as DLCs goes, which is fine. I'm not expecting too much for 15 bucks. So, and I've liked a lot of what I've seen so far. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Is there anyone still streaming this late at night besides me? Be happy to raid. Freepo? Yeah, I'll raid Freepo. There we go. Oops. Old underscore. It's old underscore Freeport, right? Yeah. Night, everyone.